Hi everyone, April here from Finding My Inner Girl. I just wanted to stop in real quick just to leave a little bit of a tip in regards to applying color straight nail strips with shorter nails. I've had a few customers over the last few weeks where I've realized, and through conversations with them, that having the shorter nails, they find the technique that I posted before with using no tools and folding the strip over, breaking it off underneath, is difficult for them because they don't have much, if any, underneath space under their shorter nails. So I wanted to just kind of re-emphasize the importance of making sure that the nail strip gets scored or cut prior to trying to pull it away, so that you don't end up ripping it at the tip and leaving chip marks basically at the tip of the nail. So let me just demonstrate that real quick just so you can visually see what you want to be looking for when you're doing your nails, and I'll give you a couple of different tricks in regards to the shorter nails depending on the length of the nails that you do have. So just like always, we've got our strip here. This is our Tempeh Vibes strip. I'm going to be putting it onto my ring finger here. The first thing that we do is, obviously, as we've done before, we take off the top plastic coating, and then we're going to take the strip away from the backing using that little silver tab to grab it and pull it away from the backing. And then we'll remove the silver tab off of the top of the strip so that we have just the strip there. Now, depending on the shape of your cuticle, some of these strips, this one is a little bit equal on both sides, so this one's not as important, but this one here, I don't know if you can see it on here, but it does have a little bit of a pointier side here, and then this is a little more rounded, and you would match that with the shape of the cuticle bed, the bottom of your nail, on which side of the strip you want to be using. So we're going to put this strip here onto my ring finger, and I'm going to put it on as close to my cuticle but without going onto my cuticle as I can, and get it lined up. As you can see, that first placement, I didn't really like that. It was a little crooked, so I'm just going to pull it off and do it again. If you get it on there and you're like, what am I doing? That's not straight. Just pull it off. It's tacky on the back, but it's not super sticky. So I'm gonna get that settled on there, and I like that placement at the bottom, and it looks like I have it lined up fairly straight, so once I straighten out the sides here, it's gonna cover the sides nicely. This one here is a little bit shy of covering all the way to the edge, so I'm just gonna gently pull to give it the full stretch, so that when I push it down, it's fully covered on the side of the nail there. The opposite effect, if I was to get it on and find that it was a little too wide, one of two things: you can stretch it slightly upwards to get a little bit more of a narrowing of the strip, or you can let it go ahead and overhang onto the skin, and then just make sure that you get the nail strip attached fully to the nail bed with no air underneath it, and then you can either use your fingernail or an orange stick or something like that to gently just remove the excess from the skin on the side. And I'll do another video at another time that shows that more clearly. So right now I'm going to get this on, and I'm going to smooth it out, going in an upward motion just to get it all settled on there. So I've got it on. And so the thing that I've noticed a couple of customers trying to do, especially again with the shorter nails, is trying to pull it off. And if you do that, you're going to risk getting those rips at the top. So you want to fold it over. Even when you do it the way I do it, you're going to fold it over, and then you're going to use this fingernail to go underneath, and then you're using the nail of the edge of the nail that has the strip on it to score or cut that strip. But if you have shorter nails and you can't get underneath there to get that clean edge, then you're going to want to use the file that comes in the package, or you're going to want to use your own file. I actually have a glass file. I prefer to use it. It's a little bit less gritty. It's just my preference. I find that the grittier one leaves the edge of my nail rougher than I like. What you would do then is you would still want to kind of give it a downward motion to the strip, and then if you have enough of a nail, you're going to want to go in a downward motion just until you get a score. And I don't know if let's see if you can see that, where it's actually broken away at the tip there where I cut it with the nail file. And then if you have really short nails where you can't go down because you're just going to bump into the skin, then you can go side to side, but you just want to do it in like short, gentle strokes, especially if you have a chunkier glitter, because that can catch with the file and then pull it sideways and rip. The key is that you want to make sure that you are scoring and cutting the strip before you try to pull it away, because if you try to pull it, you're going to end up really often finding that you're going to pull it and end up with a chip at the top of the nail. So just use that file and it's gently back and forth motion to literally cut it away from the strip if you can't get the space underneath in order to get a clean scoring from the nail itself. And then that's it. So if you have any questions, definitely let me know. You can leave them in the comments and I'll make sure to get back to you. You can send me a private message if you'd like. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening and I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks.